Diane with Allied again. I'm here to talk about dementia. Dementia means loss of mental powers. Loss of mental powers. And dementia is actually an umbrella term. Umbrella here, dementia. So this just means you have a lack of mental powers. It could be a lot of things. Under the dementia umbrella, we have the most well-known Alzheimer's. Then we have my most dreaded Lewy body. And we have frontal temporal lobe. You could have alcohol or drug-related dementias. There's familiar early onset. Did you know there's almost 100 different types of dementia? There are. But there's a lot of things that are in common. We're going to talk about that. And then there's some things that are different as well. We'll bring up a few of those. So let's get started. All right, when we talk about dementia, we're talking about a progressive disease. When we talk about Alzheimer's, the one that's most common and we know the most about, we're talking about the way it goes on, the way the brain deteriorates. Did you know that from a normal-sized brain to the brain that you have after many years of living with dementia, the brain can become 1/3 the size? 1/3. That's like this much. It can have holes in it. It has tangles and plaque. It's no longer shiny. The brain is dying. You're in brain failure. You've heard of kidney failure, heart failure. This is brain failure. So, you know, when we're born with the brainstem working. We can't talk, we can't walk. We have the basic stuff. We can swallow, we can suck, we can, our heartbeat, we can breathe. We can do the basic things that keep us alive. And then as a baby develops, pretty soon you see them tracking things and then reaching for them. And then pretty soon they're rolling over and sitting up. Pretty soon we have the motor strip and then the language area of the brain. They start speaking. Finally, we have the frontal temporal lobe. And sorry, and guys, it's usually not fully developed until the mid-20s. Hence why car insurance is more expensive for a young man. The frontal temporal lobe is the part of the brain that says, probably shouldn't do that. That's not safe. Shouldn't say that. Our filter, higher judgment, safety. When we have dementia, it's the opposite, especially in Alzheimer's. We lose it this way. So the brain develops like this, goes away like that. So one of the first things we'll notice is olfactory, loss of smell. And then you might notice short-term memory loss. The hippocampus is where short-term memories go. And then things that need to go into long-term memory go over to long-term memory. Things we don't need to remember are gone. An example is you remember what you ate yesterday for lunch, but do you remember what you ate 3 weeks ago on a Wednesday for lunch? Probably not. Not unless it was something important that you wanted to remember. Then it might be put over into long-term memory. When we get Alzheimer's and most types of dementia, that also gets deteriorated. The cells die. Do you see? So the memories just fall through. There's nothing to hold it. The hippocampus is damaged. All right. Next thing you're going to notice is that frontal temporal lobe, the filter, the thing that says, probably shouldn't say that. Probably shouldn't do that. That might be dangerous. That goes away. Things you might notice in folks is they might say things that they shouldn't normally or wouldn't normally say. Very common. The next thing after this, you're going to see some loss in the ability to find words, to speak. Brochophagia, where they know what it is, but they can't say the word. Then pretty soon they lose the ability to understand the meanings of words. And your talking louder doesn't help. They can hear it. They can't make sense of it. So we need to shorten our sentences. So instead of saying, Agnes, oh my gosh, I was just down in the kitchen and it smells so good. They're having that homemade meatloaf today. Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be great. Are you ready to go? She probably heard 5 of those words. She has no clue what you're saying. Instead, you can say, Agnes, are you hungry? You want to eat? Okay? Some other things. Next, we have balance. We have that motor strip. They're going to lose the ability to walk correctly. They're going to hunch over. Their neck will come forward. They'll lose their balance easily and fall. Pretty soon, eyesight comes in. You know, I already, and I'm not that old, when I go like this, I can't see my fingers anymore. I used to be able to. Naturally, as we age, it comes in a little. But with dementia, it comes in a lot and fast. Pretty soon, all we see is this, and then like this. If you try that, and I encourage you to do so, try this. Everything, all of this is black. I can't see anything. So of course I'm going to walk like this. Otherwise, it's scary because I don't know what's down here. And then finally, we lose the ability to walk. And we lose the ability to see. And then pretty soon we're back to just that brainstem. And then from there, we lose the ability to swallow. At that point, the brain is very small. Most of it has died. They call Alzheimer's the silent tsunami. We don't even know how many people have actually died because of dementia. Because generally they die from pneumonia, congestive heart failure, things like that. But the underlying cause because of it is dementia. No cure right now. Lots of ideas. Need a lot more research. So, what do? How do you interact with these folks? You've probably heard these things. Oh, she's just so hard to get along with. He's just ornery. He's just always so combative. Really? Because most of it is in our approach. It's the way we approach them. Listen, people living with dementia are doing the best they can. They can't change. We can. We have to change. They may time travel. Remember how I told you they lose that short-term memory? But they can remember back. They remember what their daughter wore the first day of kindergarten. They can't remember that they just ate 10 minutes ago. So they may time travel and they may think they're a young woman. They may look in the mirror and say, there's some old lady looking in my window. It's actually them looking in the mirror. They don't recognize it. So they can't come to our world, so we have to go to theirs. Some people say, I'm not going to lie to them. I don't like doing that. Well, you need to get over it or get a different job. We're not lying to them. We're just living in their world for a little bit. Because the whole point is that we want them to be comfortable and happy in their last days. Can you understand that? Their brain is dying, and we can't help that right now. So until there's a cure, there's the best care we can give them. So let's talk about where the rubber meets the road and some techniques we need to be able to connect and help them. Okay, so here's Floyd. He's coming out of the dining room and he's hot. He just ate, literally 10 minutes ago. He still has crumbs in the side of his mouth. Coming out of the dining room, he's mad and he's stomping his walker around, and you say, Floyd, what's the matter? And he says, what's the matter? I'll tell you what's the matter. A guy could starve to death here. I haven't eaten in 2 days. Okay, you know he's eaten. He just finished eating 10 minutes ago. He had a 2-egg omelet, 2 pieces of wheat toast, coffee, milk. So what are you going to do? Are you going to tell him, Floyd, yes you did, don't you remember? I brought you your tray. How do you think that'll go over? Do you think he'll say, yes, I remember, my bad? No, he can't. Those cells in that area of his brain are gone. That's impossible for him to do. And you're insisting that he ate. It's only going to make him more angry. So what should we do? Number 1 cardinal rule when dealing with folks with dementia is never argue. You never argue with someone who's living with dementia. They're doing the best they can. Your arguing is not going to help anything. They're not going to say, oh, my bad. No. So, here are the steps that we will take. Our first step, repeat what they say. Repeat their own words. So with Floyd here, haven't eaten in 2 days, like I could starve to death here. What do you say? You haven't eaten in 2 days? Now, do you see how I said that? I didn't say you haven't eaten in 2 days. Big difference, huh? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Remember, if the verbal and the nonverbal do not agree, the nonverbal wins every time. They can read your body language better than they can hear what you're saying. So first, repeat what they say and say it like you mean it. Next thing is to validate. Validate. Validate their feelings. How would you feel if you hadn't eaten in 2 days? Hungry? Angry? Upset? Yeah. So bring that out. Say, you haven't eaten in 2 days? Oh my gosh, you must be starving. That's terrible. Isn't that what you'd want? If you hadn't eaten in 2 days and you're upset and you see someone, that's how you'd want to be treated. Next thing. Be the hero. Be a helper. Be the hero. So I'm going to say, you haven't eaten in 2 days? Oh my gosh, you must be so hungry. That's terrible. I'll help. Let me help. Come on, I'll help you. Come on, let's go get something to eat. Okay? So your 4th one is action. Do something. Take action. So you take him into the dining room, you give him a piece of toast and a cup of coffee. Big deal. That doesn't cost anything. It's not a problem. Do that. Let's talk about another very common one. This, I guarantee, no matter where you work, if you're working home care, if you're working hospital, if you're working long-term care, if you're working assisted living, you're going to have this hospice. This is going to happen. This is so common. I can't find my baby. My baby, I lost my baby. I can't find my baby. Okay. What are you going to do? You're going to tell her, Mabel, your baby's 47 years old. No, that is not what you do. That reality orientation junk, not okay. Only in a very narrow area is that okay. What we do is follow this. Repeat what she said. You can't find your baby? Oh my gosh, how terrifying, right? Number one and number two, I'm repeating what she says and I'm validating. You can't find your baby? Oh my gosh, how terrifying. I'll help you. Come on, let's go. I'll help you find the baby. Action. Move her out of the area. Why? Something's triggering it. I don't know what it is. Maybe she saw a school bus go by. Maybe the TV was on and there was a Pampers commercial on or something. Who knows? But move them and get them out of the area. You got to break that loop. You see? So now you're taking the action. I'll help you. Get her in the wheelchair. Move her out of the area. Next one, very important. Step 5. Tell me about the baby, your mama, whatever it is, okay? Because mama's another very common one. Tell me about the baby. Is it a boy or a girl? Oh, does he have really pretty eyes like you? As you're moving them away from the area, you're asking them to tell you about it. As you do that, and you're moving them out of the area, little by little, you're changing the conversation. Last time we were at clinicals in a nursing home, there was a lady who was, this exact same thing was happening. And the staff were rolling their eyes and going, oh, not again. And they were very frustrated. And I said, do you mind if I step in? They're like, no, please. So I went up and I went through all these steps, just like I showed you. And I said, so tell me about your baby. It's a little boy or a little girl? It's a little boy. And I said, oh, little boys, I just love little boys. Does he have pretty eyes like you? Well, yeah, they're big and blue. Oh, blue-eyed boy, oh my goodness. And I'm pushing her around different areas. And then I started talking about blue eyes. Pretty soon we're talking about Willie Nelson's Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. And we're talking about country music. Oh my gosh. Take it where it goes. Okay? You can break that loop. But you never redirect until you connect. And how do you connect? By doing these steps. You must connect before you redirect. Imagine you're in Walmart. And imagine you got a little 2-year-old, one of those slippery little guys that just, you turn your head and they're gone. Little monkey. I have some of them. They're amazing. They're just so quick. And the baby's gone. And you're like, all right, where'd you go? Come on, hello, where are you? And you can't find the baby. And your heart's starting to pound and you're looking. And now you're getting really nervous. And you see a Walmart associate and you sort of, I'm sorry, excuse me, but I can't find my baby. And what if that person said, oh, well, we're having a tasting over here of our new sausage brand that we're offering. Why don't you come over here and have a taste test? What would you do? I know what I'd do. I'd be like, are you insane? Did you not hear me? I can't find my kid. Isn't that what we do to folks with dementia all the time? We were taught to redirect them. So here's Mabel and she's so upset she can't find her baby and she's looking everywhere and she's crying. And we're like, come on, let's go play bingo. It doesn't work because you haven't connected. You can't redirect until you connect. And the way you connect is to repeat their words so they know that you heard them. Validate their feelings. Oh my gosh, you can't find your baby, how terrifying. You come to their aid, you're the hero. I will help you, come on, let's go find that baby. Then you do the, tell me about it, tell me about your baby. You let them express it out. Slowly, as you get out of the area, you change the conversation. Okay? These are things that are so important, guys. These are so important. Every type is a little bit different in dementia, but the way we interact with these people is the most important thing. It'll make a difference between the day going smooth and Floyd taking his medicine and letting you take him to the toilet and take a shower, or being angry and fighting. People living with dementia are doing the best they can. We're the ones that have to accommodate